ELI5. How can scavenger animals, that feast on often diseased, rotten flesh, stomach such meals? In addition to highly acidic stomachs, scavengers also have short digestive tracts. Their food spends less time in their body. So whatever may have survived the stomach has less time to multiply in the intestines and become a problem. They can afford this because rotten meat is basically pre-digested, tenderized. A lot of the other answers here are good. But I also want to point out that scavengers like vultures have the best immune systems on the planet. We tend to think of them as disease-ridden beasts because of what they eat. But actually, they are often where the life cycle of bacteria ends. Since a vulture's digestive juices kill bacteria, which is why vultures don't get sick from eating rotten meat, defecating on their legs might even work as an antiseptic wash. Why do turkey vultures vomit? Their method of self-defense is to vomit their food, which they can send sailing 10 feet. A quick fact from http://naturemappingfoundation.org on vultures. We also eat many things toxic to other animals. Most plants, for instance, contain a ton of toxins which do nothing to our body because it is designed to deal with them. Some snails, however, cannot digest greens too fresh for exactly that reason and like to wait for them to rot a bit, so bacteria break down the toxins. In the same way rotten food might contain toxins unpalatable to us humans, but are completely harmless for scavengers and bottom feeders. Because their bodies are built to handle the bacteria and filth, it's so acidic that it basically kills any bacteria or disease. Heck, it can even kill rabies. If you're interested, there are some really cool resources where you can learn more. Vulture Facts. https://blog/vultures-decomposition-flight-digestion/. Secondary question. Is there a difference between scavenger and carrion eater? The ELI5 answer. In the stomachs of these animals. We'll use vultures as an example. They have lots of bacteria living in their tums that can kill the bacteria growing on the decaying meat. The acid in their stomach is very acidic too. Most animals have this to help break down their meals, but it helps with killing some bacteria too. On a scale of 1 to 7, with 1 being acidic AF and 7 being pure water. Lots of the animals eating decaying meat have a stomach acid that around a 2. Vultures have incredibly strong digestive acid that can even dissolve bone. This digestive acid kills most of the microorganisms present in the carrion. True story. When a turkey vulture once pooped on my head and some got in my mouth. First rule of birdwatching is to always keep your mouth closed when you look up at birds. I was worried that I was going to get sick, but I later found out that vulture poop is basically sterile. Bacteria in stomach, and rotten flesh is kind of just tenderized flesh. So goes down easier. Also, if that's what your mama tells you to eat from a young age, you just get used to it and don't complain. New World vultures' stomachs can process and neutralize anthrax. And their urine is so acidic it cleans their feet after walking on carcasses. IIRC highly active and robust immune systems plus extremely acidic stomach acids in some cases, like in vultures that eat whole carcasses. Ever heard of pap? Koalas feed off of poisonous plants that nothing else eats. Except the baby koalas don't start off with it. They eat some of the mother's shit. Pap. Abs develop the antibiotic in their stomach. Deleted. I believe that those animals have totally different digestive enzymes than humans do. I've had 5 German Shepherds over 30 years, and have fed all of them raw. I've never had a sick dog, and I've never had to have of their teeth professionally cleaned. 2 of them would take the raw meat and bones and bury it in the yard and leave it. 2 to 3 days later, when it was ripe, they'd dig it up and feast its digestive enzymes. Okay. How do scavenger and carnivore mammals' teeth stay clean for so long? Because their stomach acid's pH is so low, which causes it to be so acidic it can break down everything they gulp down their throats. The natural state is starvation. They are looking for food. The early humans were probably gatherers and scavengers, and people closer to the natural state of nothingness, hunger, and a constant struggle to survive are more likely to accept what they can get. But some animals, such as birds, have few taste buds. They will prefer one meal over another based on smell and sight. So some animals also have different preferences and different senses from us. Vultures use extremely acidic stomach fluids to deal with the pathogens. They also shit on their own feet and legs to use the acid to kill off any nasties. Humans eat rotten flesh all the time. Usually it's just salted to high hell. Some Cajun meats used in stews and whatnot are rotten, but seasoned so hard that it's really just a meat seasoning. Traditional tasso, for example, is heavily aged and seasoned such that small portions are sufficient to season a meal for many people. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe for more content.